Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of BeamNG RoadKill Extra. This time, we are going to be looking at the brand new, well, what I'm guessing the name is being voted for, the 2015 Graville Barstow. That's the highest voted name for the car, but right now it is called... I forget. Let's just go with the 2015 Graville Barstow. Now, this thing is basically 2015 Mustang. This thing is actually really well done for a mock-up of what should we call it? For a Mustang. It's really well done. I don't know why it has a RoadKill logo on it. A lot of people were rooting for it to be a Graville, but what makes this car very unique is that it's a modern day muscle car, and that's why I wanted to do an extra on this. So, BeamNG has no modern day muscle cars in it at all. There's no modern day muscle. And this introduction of the 2015 Mustang is great, because now there's a lot more of a variety to the car selection that you have within the game. And this thing, there's supercharger options, there's differential options, you can remove the traction, stability control, all that stuff. This car is basically like the ETKs, but in the sense of a muscle car, a two-door sedan. You know, it's a four-seater, I can say, but they're not fun to sit in the back of. But what makes this video special is, behind me here, I have the Restarsto, the newly built Bull-Eyed Cart, and the original Moonhawk. Now, I don't know who's going to be doing the video with me yet. It might be Sean, it might be Ryan. I'm trying to get Ryan in on an episode of RoadKill. I hope he accepts for this, because I think that this idea for a RoadKill episode would be amazing. But I want to take these four cars, and I want to see how they compare up to basically a bone stock version of this car. Now, I wanted to do a similar idea of this with the Harry tow truck that I have in Beam, along with both of the ETKs. Now, I already did an episode on the ETKs and how they can tow, and it would be basically the same concept, just them versus the RoadKill towing vehicle, but I decided that would be it'd be repetitive, and it would lead to a lot of destruction of, automobiles. But I voted against it, and as soon as I saw this mod, it hit me. I could easily do kind of a Subaru Legacy RoadKill challenge type of idea with this video. Now, we have cars of three different spectrums here. Now, obviously, for the episode, I'm going to have to work on the Restarsto. The Restarsto needs a little bit of R&R and attention to detail. The Bull-Eyed Cart's basically fine. The tires that it has are sticky. It's all around a great car. You'll see that in episode 21. And of course the Moonhawk, I'm thinking of taking the off-road shocks out of the thing and putting some decent tires back on it instead of the nubby little BF Goodriches that it has. But I want to take all four of these cars and run them at the West Coast USA track, do a couple of laps in each of them, see which one can lay down the fastest time, but also take these things drag racing and see which car can put down the fastest time. And I'm hoping that the RoadKill cars come out on top. Now, for the Moonhawk, I have some sad news about General Hawk. I blew it up. I put a new supercharger on it. It was making close to, I think, 2,000 pound-feet of torque and about 1,700 horsepower on spray. But a 150 shot was too much for the motor, and it blew up after 2 runs. It did 1 run, and it did phenomenal. But General Hawk will not be seen for this episode, but General Hawk will be back. I'm going to be doing an episode where we resurrect that car and put a brand new motor in it. I already have a motor together. It's just that I think this episode would be more appropriate for the next one because it's a multiplayer thing, and yeah, it'll work out well. But you will see all that on a future episode.